Hello, my name is Jacqueline Mora, and today I am presenting on temperate mesophotic ecosystems and sea sponges. So, the question we want to first ask is, what are temperate mesophotic ecosystems? Temperate mesophotic ecosystems, also known as TMEs, is the area between the shallow and deeper end of the ocean and are found in places such as Europe, Canada, and Australia. This zone ranges from about 30 to 150 meters and mostly houses coral, sponges, and algae. This area is also called the twilight zone due to its very little light entry. In the upper Mesophotic coral ecosystem, you'll see more typical marine life and seaweed, while in the deeper part of the Mesophotic coral ecosystem, you'll see more unique species and algae and animals such as sponges, sea fans, and sea squirts. So, TME is a place for fish migration where shallow fish populations will come to these deeper regions. This is a refugee for fish populations, um, getting away from human activity that has damaged their ecosystem. And TMEs, although seem very known, are not very protected. And in this diagram, you can see in blue where they are fully protected, while in red they are not protected at all. And temperate mesophotic ecosystems should just have more recognition and be more protected because TMEs are very crucial and provide homes for all animals and organisms. And although they do have less attention than that of the deep or shallow regions of the sea, I think they should just be more emphasized due to their abundant life in coral, algae, and sea sponges. So, sea sponges. What are sea sponges? They are animals, not plants or coral, and are highly adaptive to the environment and are found both in salt and freshwater. You can see them in the shallower, deeper end of the ocean as well as in the TME. So, sea sponges, they come in many shapes and colors, and they are important inhabitants for coral reef ecosystems and TMEs. Sponges protect reefs against extreme fluctuation in nutrient density and affect water quality. Sea sponges filter out water and are known as the Brita filter of the sea. So, in this next clip, you'll see how they feed and how they can filter out surrounding water in its area and protrude more clean water. So here is just green dye and shows how they take up the water and expel clean water to its environment. So an example of these sea sponges in a TME is in Europe. So in 1998, you can see the abundancy of sea sponges in a TME, but due to lack of conservation, they died off and showed a poor ecosystem around 2018. So overall, I just wanted to show how sea sponges are the key in restoring ecosystems. And in previous attempts to restore coral reefs with more sea sponges, they have showed to benefit and improve these areas. So since they have been promised in TME areas, why can't we use them in depleting coral ecosystems? How we can use them is by taking them and creating sea sponge farming. Sea sponge farming is a place where we can harvest more sea sponges since they have the ability to regenerate improvely. And since it has little financial resource and technology efforts, it is a great way to implement sea sponges into these coral reefs. An example of this was a project called Sponge Bobby. In 2019, this plan was made to restore the Florida Key coral reef, which is the third largest reef in the US, due to a deadly coral disease that made the reef in critical danger. Here are just some photos of some scientists free dive or just diving and taking some of examples of the sponges in these reefs. They showed out to have positive results and found that the water quality had been better. So, nutrient depleted coral reefs can have sea sponges restore their depletion since sea sponges recycle organic matter 10 times as much as bacteria. So, it showed a 4% death rate compared to that of a 40% death rate without sponges. So overall, TMEs are beautiful and help with marine life and give refuge to species and other organisms, and sponges are amazing for all reefs and ecosystems and clean up the area very well. I think more preservation of TMEs are needed, as well as more use in sponges to continue the fight to recover and clean up the ocean. So again, thank you so much for listening, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and thank you